is to show you guys how to use each guitar in different settings in order to be able to stack them so you can have 2 or 3 or 4 different layers of guitars to add the maximum size. Okay, check this out. Here we go. First track, we're going to do a rhythm guitar, and I'm going to turn my main gain level down on the pedal. I'm going to leave the amp in the same settings all the time, and I'm just going to work the volume in the guitar and the gain structure and mess around with the tone knob if I need to on the pedal. So all the adjustments are going to come from the pedal. Here we go. So this is what my pedal looks like for lead sound. Now I'm actually going to turn my gain down to about here. Okay, we're going to leave the tone where it is for now, and we'll see what it sounds like. What I'm going to do right now is pick up another guitar that sounds very different than this Gibson. It could be a Tele, which I'll use a bridge pickup and just really turn the gain up or down. It depends on what I'm trying to achieve. And the reason I use different guitars is so the frequencies don't interfere. And each guitar has its own identity and its own placement in the mix. Let's try that. So I have this Tele, which we call the Angry Tele. It's a brand new guitar, just been worn down and make it look like it's old and beat up and abused. It's actually a lot darker than the Gibson, and surprisingly enough, a Tele, we know it as being a bright guitar. But I mean, so what I'm going to do is right away I'm going to reach for the tone in the pedal, and I'm going to try to brighten it up just a bit, just so it doesn't sound like an SG. Now I'm also going to hit my compression going into the recording, which I'm using Purple Audio. It's called the Action. It's their clone of the 1176. Let's see what we can get out of this thing. And now what I'm going to add is one more rhythm guitar with some verb on it, and simply just for that sheer power. Just so we can get a little feel like there's energy in the track. So I picked up my PRS Custom 22 with 5708s in it, and I simply turned up the reverb, and I'm actually going to give me a little bit more top end on the pedal, and I'm going to roll down some of the gain. Okay, let's give it a shot. And just for you guys that do have a volume pedal, much easier than rolling the volume knob, and actually quieter too. Panning is crucial. I have the Gibson pan hard right and the Tele pan hard left, and I'm going to place this guitar in the panning after I track my lead, and then we'll really figure out where she wants to sit. Okay, so let's go into lead parts. And what I have in my hands now is my beloved McCall Les Paul. It's woods from 1953, and real old school enamel coated from the 50s, Featherlight bridge, all that fun vintage stuff. We're going to play lead. I have some delay on right now. We're using my Echo Park. I brought my settings back to where they were in the beginning of the video, and you'll see where what this guitar sounds like and where she sits in the mix. The guitars that I used was a Raymond Jerry Telecaster, the Gibson Melody Maker, a brand new one, PRS Custom 22 at 5708s, and this McCall Les Paul. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember, anytime you track, try not to compete with frequencies. So if you're going to use the same guitar twice, it's good, it's cool to do that. Just try to pull some distortion off or compression. Do something that's going to make that specific track have some kind of identity. So you can tuck it in the mix or manipulate it in ways to suit the song versus trying to compete with that same guitar. See you guys soon.